What is up, friends? Today I'm going to be presenting a musical composition I've made, but I'm not actually going to be performing it. And the reason is this song is literally impossible to perform. So I'm just going to be sharing the finale file version of it. To give some context here, I've been writing music for a while and I've always used Finale. It's a music notation software that will give you like sort of a MIDI playback of whatever you write. So I have the song here in Finale. The title of it is Barabbas Forever. It's a pretty interesting song in a number of ways. But I just want to look now at the guitar solo because that is the thing that actually makes this song 100% unplayable. So I'm going to start at the part that's the transition from the second chorus getting into the guitar solo. So that's here. Yeah, and the funny thing is, even just this transition might even be impossible to play. I'm not really sure, but the way that these chords are structured, I came up with them on piano with the piano fingerings, which don't necessarily translate to something that's playable on guitar. So and that's this. We're not even at the hard part yet, and it already might not be possible to play. It's pretty metal, by the way. Yeah, and then we get into okay, so that was kind of like the opening section of the solo. Now we get into this part, which is the weird chords section, which I came up with by just playing random notes on a piano together until I got some chords that sounded sort of interesting, and then I don't know. Um, well, as you can tell already, though, this song is very fast, a lot of 30-second notes, and this is also intended to be played on pretty heavily distorted electric guitars. So all of these notes would have to be played like perfectly in tune. And even then, I mean, just listen to this part. It's got such a weird sound to it, and the distortion would definitely make that sound even weirder. I threw in a random 3/4 measure because I thought the song was getting too easy to play at this part. And yeah, after the 3/4 comes the series of arpeggios that have to be played perfectly in time with two guitarists at the same time. Let's get to that. And then we get to that's the arpeggio section, and now we get to this section, which is probably my favorite section. It might even be playable. I think like this line could probably be played with some sort of tapping. I mean, basically, it's got like a part that repeats and then gets transferred over to the second guitar. This high this high part here, and then the guitars alternate playing like leading melody lines. And this part of it actually does sound kind of cool. I'll play it. And yeah, here we go into 5/4. This I think of the whole thing is probably the hardest thing to play. Although, I mean, it's all pretty difficult. But just trying to nail this entrance here as the second guitarist, Yeah, that's gonna be a nightmare. And then of course trying to play all these notes correctly. Uh, yeah. Also in 5/4 for some reason. Yeah, and then it just like goes back into the chorus there, like nothing happened. That's just what songs do. They just have that guitar solo for like 5 minutes, and then yeah, we just go right back into the chorus there, and then the song just kind of finishes out. So yeah, that's the song, and I think there's a takeaway from this, which is that if you're starting out, if you're just getting into writing music, and maybe you don't have the biggest following or the most resources available to you, this is definitely not the way to go writing music. You do not want to create stuff like this because the problem with this is I cannot play this on guitar. I'm not nearly a good enough guitar player, and I don't even know anyone who could play this on guitar, right? It is so. I don't even know if it's physically possible to move your fingers fast enough to play this, right? So this song is destined to exist forever as just a random finale file in my computer that will probably just, sit there until the day I die. And maybe on that day, the people who come to go through my computer after I die, is that what happens? That seems terrifying. But maybe they'll just find this and look at it and be like, "What the hell?" And that'll probably be it. That's the point is, write simple music that you can perform or people you know can perform. Don't make stuff like this. It's not. It's I mean like it seems cool in theory, and then you spend like 2 months working on this for nothing, and then it's not so cool anymore. All right, I think that concludes this episode of. This is gonna be. I'm gonna might make more of these show off because I have a lot of weird stuff that I've made using this program. So if you're interested in that, just leave some feedback for me. I know there's only like 3 people that watch these videos, but if you are one of those 3 people, just give me some feedback. Let me know if this is interesting to you, or if you want to see some more of the stuff I've made in here. I think that about does it. Bye.